Glide has announced a new feature that will allow you to design your own custom components with the help of AI. This means a complete new way to design while working with Glide, and it will open up a lot of new possibilities. In this video, I'm going to show you how this feature works and how you can use it. Let's jump right in. Hi. I'm Caio Calderari from AutomationHelpers.com. We help companies like yours get automated and grow by using industry-leading tools to build portals, apps, integrations, and much more. Subscribe if you want to leverage tech to help your business grow. Alright, so I'm inside Glide now. If you don't have an account yet, just go to their website, glideapps.com, and create your free account. And if you're thinking, can I use this new feature on the free plan? The answer is yes. So jump right in and test it for yourself as well. All right, guys, the first step is to create a new app, or you can access any existing app you have. In this case, I'm going to create a new app with you. So let's click here and create a new app. Once I click here, I can see a couple options available. I can choose to start from a basic app, use AI to generate my app idea and help me during this process, or I can choose blank. I can also start with data from various sources as well. In this case, I'm going to click this basic app and click here to create this app. It really doesn't matter which option you choose, okay? So just pick one and continue. Okay, guys, this is my new app. Now, under components, we are going to see this new component. If we click here to add components, this is the component that I'm going to talk about in this video. It's under AI and it's called custom. And as we can see, this feature is still in beta. So bear in mind that when you're using it for the first time, while it's still in beta, maybe the result will not look perfect. And that's okay because they are still testing this new feature, okay? Now, how can we actually use this? Well, it's very simple. We just have to drag it to our page. Once it's added to my page, I need to come here to the side and type in a prompt to start giving this AI information about what type of component I want to create. There is an option as well to upload an image. So if you have some references, or if you draw a sketch, or if you have a pre-made design, you can use this to help the AI understand what type of component you want to build. Now, because I'm on this page here and this page already has a collection, I'm going to remove this item so we can only focus on this new AI custom component. It also allows you to interact with data. So it's up to you if you want to do this step first. You can add data items and even connect these data to existing data you might have on your current application, or you can decide to do that step later. You can also add actions if you want to. This is all optional. You can decide whether you want to configure data and actions before you type in the prompts or after. And sometimes you can even ask the AI to help you with that task, connecting existing data to your components. Don't worry, everything is gonna become a little bit more clear once I start playing with the component itself. So let's jump right in. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the component here. It's called custom right now. If you double click on the item name, you can rename it, of course. But the true magic starts when we start interacting with the AI. So let's start adding some prompts so we can understand how it works and we can also see the results. Again, this is in beta, so I'm not completely sure if we are going to be able to get the results we want. The idea here in this video is to explore this new feature and show you how it works. Let's see if we can get something actually usable at the end of the process. Okay, so I'm going to start with a basic prompt. I'm going to say, create a card with an image, a title, and a description. Let's hit enter and see what will happen. Okay, guys, this is the result we've got. We have a simple card. We have the image here. We have the title and the description. So the result is accurate. So great job. Now, if we want to, we can take this further. We can continue having conversations with the AI and we can keep asking for specific changes, which is really great. So if the first result wasn't perfect, you can always add more information, or you can even delete the previous prompt you've added before. So think about this as a new way to build. You're going to go in, type something, wait for the results, and then you can type something else. You can add an image in the middle of the process to help explain a little bit more what types of components you are wanting to create. And once you're happy with it, you're good to go. You will have your component. Later, you can start adding data here and get information from your database, and you can connect the database to your specific component you just created. You can add actions as well, and you can even ask the AI to help you do that. So you can say, hey, I have some data on my database. Help me connect my data into this component. So it's really interesting. Hey, my friend, if you're liking this content so far, click the like button down below. And if you want to comment something, send your message on the comment section. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you. Let's continue working on this card. So I've asked the AI to add 2 buttons at the bottom, one to view more information and another one to save. And this is the result. We have one to view more and another one to save. Now, pay attention to this. It's very interesting. My app has this color here. If we go to settings and we look at the appearance tab, we have this color palette, right? If we change this component is going to be connected to my app's design system. So this is really cool because it will not only create components, but it will use the same style of your application by default. Now, if it happens to not use the design system colors, you can always ask the AI to do that and it will work. It's really nice. So this will not only help you design, but it will also design based on your brand style, based on your app's design system, which is really interesting and powerful as well. Let's now go back to the layout mode. And so I can continue now. Let's try to make this button here look a little bit different. Let's see how it will work. So I'm going to try to add a couple icons to the buttons. Let's see if it will work. All right, it worked. So nice. What else can we do? Let's try to change this button style a little bit. All right, I've asked the AI to place the buttons side by side and it really worked. Now let's try to reverse the positions because remember, since this is a custom component, it's going to be a little bit different than the previous components we may be used to using inside Glide. We won't have options here on the side to just change the positions of the components because it's just one single component. And that's really interesting because now it's opening a new way to design here. Instead of designing by dragging components and changing options here on the side, you're going to be creating and changing this just by typing prompts and having conversations with the AI, which is really interesting. And another thing that I've seen some people talking about is for you to add some sort of app to help you translate your microphone into written text so you can actually talk to the AI instead of just typing. So you're going to be able to say something on your microphone and then it will turn this audio into text. And in this way, you could be building by talking. So we are talking about building apps now with a voice without even dragging components to the page, which opens up a new world of possibilities, which is really interesting, guys. So that's really nice. Not only nice because we can build new things with Glide, because Glide's getting a little bit more powerful, but also it's kind of opening a new way of building and designing components, which is very interesting as well. So let's now ask the AI to change the button order. Okay, so let's try something else. Okay, it worked. The view more button is now on the right and we have the save button on the left, which is really nice. Also, I noticed that the primary button is the view more, which is really interesting as well. Now I'm going to ask it to generate a image here. Let's see if it also works. Okay, guys, this is interesting and that's cool because I wanted to show this to you as well. So right now, the last prompt that I added here, which was asking to add a placeholder picture to the card, did not work really well. Maybe it doesn't work like that, or maybe, I don't know what happened here, but it didn't work as I was expecting it to work. I have something here that is not really exactly what I wanted because I didn't ask to make this button less visible than it was before. I didn't ask any changes on the button itself. I was happy with the previous design. And that can happen a lot of times when you're working with AI, of course. So since I have this version right now that is not exactly a version that I liked, what I can do is to come here to the last prompt that generated this version, and I can delete this version and it will go back to the previous version, which is really nice. So this way you can navigate throughout your changes. So this is a very interesting way to interact with this AI, because you can always go back and forth, remove information, add new information, and keep testing and iterating on your designs, which is really nice. Okay, so this example worked okay. We were able to create a simple card, not with the image that I wanted to. We can simply come here and add any image from our database, so it's fine. Now, I'm gonna add a new component to my page, which is another custom AI component. And I'm going to move it to the top so we can visualize it when it generates the result. What we are going to do is we are going to try to build a calendar, which is a little bit of a more complicated scenario. Let's see how it will work. I'm going to change this app view to desktop so we can take a look and see things on a bigger screen. Let's start by just adding a simple prompt. Create a calendar view showing the entire month. Okay, I'm gonna remove this other component so we can focus on this one. So it created this calendar with the title here. I don't know why it's saying October, but it's okay. 2023 as well. Not really that accurate, but it's okay. Let's continue giving the AI some instructions so we can see if we can make it better. Okay, let's try to add some date pickers to the top of the calendar so we can see if it will understand, and let's see what it will come up with. Okay, so we have a date picker here with day, month, and year, and it kind of works. So it's interesting. Now let's see if we can continue adding more information. Now I'm asking it to add a calendar table because I don't see a table here right now, and add arrows as well to navigate between months. Let's see if it will do it. Okay, so as we can see, we have now the arrows, but we don't see the calendar itself. So let's give it a try another time. Let's see if it will improve. Okay, guys, this did not work. So let's start from scratch and see if we can get something better with a new component. So let's do it right now. All right, so this is the second attempt and it's looking way better. Now we can actually see the entire month and it's showing all the dates, and we even have some items here as an example. So yeah, it's looking much better. Now let's continue asking for more things here. Let's try to add some date pickers as well and some arrows to navigate between the months. Let's see how it will work. It's a little bit of a more complex ask, so let's see how it will behave. Okay, so we've got the arrows. It's not functional. And we also got the drop-down fields. And of course, it's showing October 2023 for some reason, but it's a good start. I think with a couple more interactions here, we could achieve a better result, and we could even use data from our database and make this a real working component, which is really impressive. But okay, I'm not going to spend your time building this component because I just want to show you a quick example of how this new feature works. And I really encourage you to go to Glide and test it for yourself because it's really interesting and it will be very nice to just play with it. So give it a try. By the way, if you need help building a project or if you have any questions, we are here to assist. Visit our website at automationhelpers.com. We are offering free 30-minute consultation calls with our experts. I'm sure they'll be able to help you get your project done. So why not booking a call? The link's down below. Make sure to book your call today. Okay, now let's try to build another one just so we can see how far we can push this new feature. We're going to add the custom component to my page, and this time I'm going to use an image as a reference. Okay, let's see how it will work. First, I'm going to provide the instructions. Okay, I've asked the AI to create an item showing an email address and a button to copy this email address to my clipboard. Will that work? Let's see. I'm going to switch back to mobile and I'm going to click here to copy, and nothing seems to happen, but I'm going to paste this here And yes, it's working. My clipboard had this email address, which is really nice. Now, of course, it would be nice to know when the item was actually copied to my clipboard, right? So let's see if we can make that happen. I've asked the AI to add a little success message whenever I click on the copy button. Let's see if it will work. It did not work. Oh, actually, wait, let's go to the desktop version. I saw something happening here. It's not really that visible. Look, it's there, but it's buggy. Let's try something else. Change the success message to show at the top of the copy button. Okay, let's give it a try. It's too fast, right? Make the animation for the success message slower. Yeah, it is kind of working, but sometimes it's too fast. Can you guys see it? Let's change the animation style and add it to a tooltip. Let's see if it will improve it. Okay, let's test it. Something is happening, but not really the way I expected. Now, this is the moment where we can decide, is this last prompt helping or not? So we can go back to the previous state if we don't want to use this last version. Now, before we continue working on this one, I want to upload an image that I have here. So I'm going to select an image from my computer now, and I'm not going to add any prompt, but I could write something with the image as well if I want to. Actually, I'm going to say improve the design based on this image reference. Let's send. All right, so we've got a complete new design based on the image that I've uploaded, which was very similar to this one. It had like an icon here, the email and the copy button. So it did a decent job. Now the color choices are not the best here. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to say, please adapt the colors to the design system colors. Okay. Wow. It worked, guys. I'm still a little bit impressed by this new feature. So it's always a surprise. It's working really well. Now let's try the button here, which is still not working. Okay. But let's say, change the copy button and remove the label, making it just an icon. And let's try to do something else. Move the copied success message outside the list item container. Let's see. All right, the button style is updated now. Let's click here. Oh, and we see very briefly the success message. Okay, change the success message style, making it green with the text in white, and checked icon close to it, and remove the animation or make it last longer. Okay, guys, it did not work specifically as I wanted, but we got really close. I duplicated the component so we can see it. I created a copy, and on the first one, I asked it to show the actual success message. I've added an icon here to the side, and I tried a couple more interactions here. And of course, I wouldn't waste your time with all the prompts that I did here. And on the next version that I have here, it is kind of working, not really reliably all the time, but yeah, it's working, right? But again, this is in beta, so that's totally understandable. Now, I have another example that I've built here just to show you guys a different variation using the same idea. And this one is working okay. So I guess it will always give you different results. So the more you play with it, the more you give better instructions, I think the better the results will be. And let's see how this feature will evolve over time. Right now, it's very simple, very basic. It's not really like 100% usable, I would say, but it's a good start. And I'm already excited about the future possibilities. Now we are going to be able to build components with AI, maybe with our voice, using images. Yeah, that's really nice and game changing. Now, I'm very curious to know what you are going to build next and what types of components are you going to try to build with this new AI feature inside Glide. Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, if you want to keep learning more about tech and automation, we have a lot more content for you here on this channel. Make sure to watch this video next, and I catch you on the next one. Let's automate your business.